Hey everybody, it's Charlie from DM Sound, and today we've got the sound system demo on the 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe and its 12-speaker Bose sound system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at audio inputs, adjustments, and controls, and speaker locations, and then we're going to head out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Now, if you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning and you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And I recommend listening with headphones so you can hear exactly what I hear from the driver's seat. Now, before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. Entirely new for 2024, the Hyundai Santa Fe. Looking cool. Got this nice cool bronze paint color on here as well. This is the top level calligraphy trim, so it's getting you all the bells and whistles, but still coming in at $51,000. So a lot less than we've seen some other vehicles in this size. Not really a bad deal in my book. So if you do want to see more on the Santa Fe, check the link below. We've got some first drive coverage here, and then once we get the car back at DMHQ, we'll be doing a fuel economy test and more of an infotainment breakdown, all of our usual coverage. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory default, so let's take a look at those now. Got a 12.3-inch infotainment screen here. It's all touchable, although in very similar fashion to a lot of newer Hyundai vehicles, it's a long reach away, and if I'm sitting here comfortably at the steering wheel, I can't reach the screen, so you have to reach forward to touch it, but we're in the media screen right now. We're going to press this little hamburger menu and go to Sound Settings. Under Premium Sound, we're given dynamic speed compensation, so as the vehicle gets going faster, it's going to adjust aspects of the music to ensure a consistent listening experience. We're going to leave that off to try to keep the recordings as true to the musical recording as we wanted them to be. But then start at maximum volume limit. This is a really nice feature, so if you're jamming out to music the night before, you come home, shut the vehicle off, you don't want to be blasted at that same volume when you get back in the next morning. So having that on is nice. Below that, you have adjustments for front, rear, left, right, fader, and balance. Then you have adjustments for treble, mid-range, and bass. Let's go through those. Range of adjustability there and pretty easy to do. Now, you don't have any other sound settings on this screen, but interestingly, you do have a Bose center point option, but that is found on the main audio screen. So you can see right here it's not enabled. But let's back the track up just a little bit here and go back. And when we enable it, it's going to give us a little bit more of a centered surround sound feel. Upon initial impression, the music does sound more robust with center point off. I'm hearing more of the instrumentation around the cabin, but some people, certain songs, you're going to prefer to have that on, and it's nice to have that option. For audio controls here in the new Santa Fe, you have a nice volume knob. I'm glad that Hyundai has stuck with a good physical control right here, and it's actually got little bits of ridging around the side to make it easy to grab onto, and good clickage as well. You also have a volume roller on the right side of the wheel. Really like having a good strong physical roller that you can also press down to mute. Very nice quick adjustment there. For track selection, you've got physical controls here, a scroller knob here. You can use the touch screen if you're on the proper menu, or right next to the volume control, up and down, you have track adjustments there. Again, really liking all the physical ways to control your audio there from the wheel and from the center. For audio inputs in the Santa Fe, you have your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio. And let's make sure we've got HD radio support. Yep, seeing HD right there on both AM and FM. You've got Sirius XM satellite radio support. And making it back over here, you have USB-C connection right there. And you've got Bluetooth and support for both wired and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. On top of that, you have Amazon Music built into the car for the first time in a Hyundai product. So you can actually put in your Amazon Music account and stream right in. And I think they want to add more streaming services as time goes on, but Amazon Music's the only one we have for now. And then you have the Sounds of Nature, and this gives you different soothing sort of, really, between you and me, it's not even just nature anymore, because on a sailing ship, That's not naturey. And city at dawn, there's nothing naturey about a city. But they're just kind of some fun sort of experiential sounds. Moment of meditation. Maybe that's something you play for your children taking a nap in the back, or, maybe you're just having a rough day, and so you want to just come in and feel like you're surrounded in autumn sentiments. Yeah, so it's kind of fun, but obviously you can just go right back, get to your USB, a lot of different inputs. Also, I'm noticing how quickly the screen is responding. Hyundai seems to have improved that, because for a lot of times there are little micro delays in a lot of their screen inputs. So what does that mean you're missing for audio controls or inputs? You don't have a USB-A port, so make sure you're carrying some sort of adapter, and no 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, not the end of the world. I'm just happy we've got wireless CarPlay and Android Auto support. Speaker locations. As I said, this is a 12-speaker system. Starting in the bottom left, you've got a door woofer 1, mid-ranger up there 2, tweeter 3, center mid-ranger 4, 5, 6, 7 over on the other side. Coming into the back, we've got 8 mid-ranger there, 9 on the other side. Looking into the third row here, 10, 11 up here on the C-pillars, and then you've got a subwoofer back there making 12. Before we get out on the road, we are going to test the 5.1 surround capability of this system. So we're going to use the immersiveaudioalbum.com surround demo track.
Welcome to the Immersive Audio Album Channel Configuration Test. Left. Center. Right. Left surround. Right surround.
Wow.
The Immersive Audio
That is
Album
proper 5.1 coverage in this car, and I'm going to be honest with you, that is not something I expected from a Hyundai product at $50,000 and a Bose sound system. All right, I'm going to get this stuff put away, and we're going to head out on the road. And just a little bit of a heads up, this is a first drive event in which we're driving this vehicle, so there are going to be some other people in the car. I'm going to try to keep my impressions right here with you in front, but I might not be able to listen to the music exactly as loud as we usually do. picking up on a lot of good aspects of the system. At first, I was a little concerned about how the song was going to be handled in the high ranges, but we're getting a good amount of feedback coming through the tweeters, and I'm actually really impressed with the balance out of the song. I am picking up in all of these songs so far a little bit too much in the mid-range, but I have been able to dial that down a little bit. We're getting a little bit less out of the tom drums, and that's what I was hoping for. So a little bit bold of a tuning there, but I'm liking the kick we're getting from the rear subwoofer. Any of you who watched our EV9 review, you know we have that subwoofer in the rear of the car, but I was not getting enough of it coming through. I was really disappointed. So far, actually pretty happy with the balancing here. I will say, turning on Bose center point in that previous track there really caused the music to fall apart. I don't know what they were thinking with the tuning on the center point setting there. So, I mean, maybe try it out for a few of your own tracks if you get yourself a Santa Fe, but I'm not a fan. We're going to be leaving that off for most of the rest of the testing. Maybe I'll try it back on one of these tracks. But for this next song, we are going to turn the bass all the way up. We'll see what we get coming out of that subwoofer at max tilt. So I'm getting a little bit too much front-facing bass. I'd like to hear more from the rear, a little bit more from the rear woofers as well. I don't know why I'm getting so much clipping out of the front. I'm not getting a ton of mirror shakeage either, but I think for more of your mid to high bass, it's going to be good. I think if you're a real bass head who wants that rumbly, hard-hitting bass, you're going to be a bit disappointed. That center point again, it's just the balance is so off in center point. I don't know what they were thinking. This is probably one of the worst I've heard. My thoughts on the Bose sound system here in the upgraded Santa Fe. I'm really impressed, guys. I really am, and I'm happy to see Hyundai moving away from that partnership with Harman Kardon that really wasn't doing them many favors. We've seen some Bose, some Harman over the last few years in a lot of the Hyundai products, but this is the most well-balanced system I've heard in a Hyundai product in a long time. And Kia being a corporate cousin of Hyundai, we just saw, like I said, that Meridian system in the EV9 sounds worse than this Bose system, and that car costs $80,000. So I'm overall happy with the blending. I'm happy with the balance. Like I said, it's a little strong in the mid-ranges, but we heard when these songs pick up, we're still getting a nice soundstage right in front of us with our crispy high ends, and then we're getting a little bit of that drive from the subwoofer in the back of the car. And if you just dial down a little bit of mid-range, then you're getting a well-balanced system. Admittedly, I would like to spend a little bit more time with the car and have a little bit more in-depth analysis, do some of our members-only testing, so that will be coming up once I get a Santa Fe back at DMHQ. I think we're at the very, very top end of a B rating for this system. I hesitate to put it up into A because an A system really should have a wow factor that's going above and beyond, and I'm very satisfied with the system. I'd love to turn up any sort of song and listen to it and enjoy, but I'm not really being blown away. And at this price point, I'm okay with that. This one we're in 51, but a limited, be a little bit less. I think it's appropriate. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the Santa Fe, check the link below, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from DM Sound, and as always, drive on.